we are heading to an island, Washington Island, that vehicles can go to. And then we are going to be heading to Rock Island, which is camping only. When I got tickets for this ferry, I found out that the next ferry may not be running this afternoon because the storms are just getting worse. I'm just grabbing all the food that I have that we can eat while we're on the ferry here, so that then when we get off, we can just beeline it right to the next ferry and hopefully make it in time for a trip to Rock Island. I'm gonna get to it.
After packing up, I explored around the boat.
Looks like we better get ready to get in the truck and go. Have a good one. All right, let's run over to the next ferry, see if we can do it. It took about 45 minutes to go across that last ferry. And the next ferry is about a 15-16 minute drive from here, and I'm all pretty much packed up during the ferry ride, so I think there might just be a few last minute things I'll grab as I grab things, and then we'll go over. I wish I had more time to get groceries and stuff. Guys, we made it here. I'm gonna go see if they're still running the ferry. Hi, is the ferry running?
His last trip was 12 o'clock.
His left trip just left. Oh man, is that normal hours or because of the...
No, it's because of the wind.
Usually it's 4 o'clock.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there a chance it's gonna open up again or no?
Not today, I don't think. Tomorrow morning, not today.
Okay. That sucks.
Definitely stay.
Well,
Definitely stay. And don't
I'm
worry
just gonna
about
stay another day then.
another night. 2 nights. There's nobody out there. God, who's gonna want to go camping on a miserable, rainy day?
Those guys were saying that they were hoping that it would go like maybe next hour, and there they were telling me it's done.
They said it will.
Okay.
It'll go there 1 or 2 o'clock. So I ordered myself a tasty sandwich and some pie, so I'm just gonna chill.
In there they got food?
Oh, it's great. It's one of the best places on the island to eat. It's like magical. You're gonna see sprites and spirits and other lovely creatures there.
Cool.
It's like that.
That stranger encouraged me to go in there. He said it's great food. So their specialty soup, I grabbed a beer cheese soup, lemonade, and a smoked whitefish that we can have for lunch tomorrow out on the island. Supposedly the ferry runs on the hour, and here's hoping for the best. Ooh, that's good soup. The ferry's there. Let's go see if he's going to do another ride.
The guys running the ferry agreed to take me and a couple of other people across.
Probably a heart of gold, but a little bit. It never lets it show.
All of my stuff is up front in that pile of everyone's worldly possessions. Other than a lot of wind and rain, things started out fairly well crossing the harbor. But then, as soon as we left the breakwater, which is what the rock wall that encapsulates the harbor is called, we endured 30 minutes of, well, I think this part speaks for itself again.
Yeah. Thankfully, I've got most of my stuff in that tote there. Okay.
And then just keep going, hugging the coast. And as you hug the coast...
Oh!
At last, the boathouse at Rock Island was in view. And with that, I'm literally stuck here on this island until morning, or longer if the storm doesn't clear up.
Oh, we made it, guys. A little bit of reprieve in the old boathouse here. You can see out the storm. Right out there is the ferry going back. What a wet and wild adventure going across that. So we got our stuff right up here. So that's right where we came in at, and then just walked our stuff. Thankfully, you've got these carts. So I'm gonna cart our stuff up to our campsite. What an adventure. I didn't exactly pack the most efficient, but I think we've got everything. We just need to find our campsite. I don't quite know where we're going, but our campsite's up here somewhere.
In this moment, I felt completely settled. I knew I was exactly where I was supposed to be. I mentioned in my very first video that I quit my job and am pursuing adventuring full-time by making YouTube videos. And it has been so much fun bringing you guys along. From checking how many views videos get, to seeing your guys' comments, I've enjoyed it all.
For tonight, I brought the hammock. I'm thinking we'll put them out here and then do a rain tarp over it. All right, so we got our wonderful bed set up for the night. We'll stay nice and dry under here. I got the bug net set up just because if the winds calm down or something and there's bugs, but I don't think there will be, honestly, and probably could have done without, but hey, it doesn't hurt. Gotta grab the sleeping bag, and then I'm thinking about doing a little self-care on my foot. Well, it's not looking great. So we'll clean that up. I'd love to be able to do some hiking around the island tomorrow. Well, I definitely left one of my food bags back at the truck, or it blew off the boat. I'm not really sure. So we're gonna have to make do. We've got beans, crackers, graham crackers, tomato, hilly beans, bananas, bread, and peanuts, and the fish. The fish is gonna be good. So I think we've got plenty of food for the next 24 hours. Just washed it down at Lake Michigan. But so that one's really red. This one's getting there. And then we've got that blister on the bottom of that toe. That's popped. I'm just gonna put on my wool socks, and that'll just help add some protection from the sandal straps. I didn't bring shoes just because I figured they would just get wet. Shocks and socks. Now we're living. We have a little cracker snack. You know what? I might button down the hatches here a little bit and go for a walk. Check out the rest of the island. It's not really, well, it's drizzling a little bit right now, but I think it's just going to keep happening. It's not too bad. Now we have the hammock set up. We are all set for the night. So, kind of no matter what happens, we're good now. I think it's also time to talk about this episode's brew. We've got Twigs Root Beer from Shawnee, Wisconsin. The wind is so much calmer over on this side. I'm thinking about moving camp over here. I'll spare you the agony of moving camp. I got it moved over here. Basically in one of the more central campsites, not out on the water. So it's not as scenic, but it's definitely a lot calmer. Oh, nothing like sitting on a wet picnic bench. I also realized that my bag with all the other stuff that's missing, I also had water in there. So I think I left it in the truck, which is a real bummer, but we'll still have fun. Thankfully, it's like, I don't know, 60 degrees out, so it's not like I'm sweating or anything, so I haven't really been thirsty. I'm gonna work on this fish. Just got some wood from the woodshed. I am ready for a fire. Oh, we're gonna be eating good tonight, guys. I think those beans are done. I don't know where my little spoon is. It's probably in that bag that's missing. I'm just gonna eat with the big one. Tomorrow we are going to have to explore more of this island. It is pretty big. There's like a loop that goes around the whole thing. The lighthouse, the boathouse, which we need to look more in. There's like a whole upstairs to it. There's so much. We're going to have fun. I ate the whole can because I didn't have like anything else. So, well, the fish, but fish and beans don't really go. So I was planning on cutting up the hot dogs to put in it, but wherever the hot dogs are, hopefully they're okay somewhere. I'm gonna clean up camp a little bit and then go for a little walk. Okay, so I was just going on that walk. And there are these massive slugs. Look at this thing. That's disgusting. Creepy. I mean, it's like huge. Huge. Well, that's kind of creepy.
Honestly, this audio is totally garbage, but I found in the morning that these were 65-mile-per-hour winds.
Well, that is why I moved campsites. We're on kind of the little, I don't know, back side or whatever, a different side of the island. And the waves over there are so much calmer. I'm going to show you guys, and that's where we're going to do the dishes. That wind was so strong, it would just like knock me around. I could feel it, like I'd have to brace my steps against it. I was talking to some of the guys with the boats, and they were saying that they came out here 2 days ago and the water was great, but they actually had to extend their stay because there's no way they're going back. Well, I'm gonna clean the pot and then we'll come back and enjoy what's left of the campfire. So it's really not far to the beach from this campsite. Just go over that hill. You can already see how much calmer the water is on this side. Let's see what we can do. I do have a change of, yeah, I already got my feet wet. I do have a change of socks there, so it's not too big of a deal. We don't want to get our dishwater into the lake here. That's kind of like polluting and just makes it really nasty for the next person who comes down here. So I'm going to take it up to the woods and dump it up there. You can just hear the wind going over the top of this cliff here. Well guys, my feet are absolutely killing me. There's been so much walking around this island, and I've got to rest them up for tomorrow. So I'm thinking let's bring the pot back, clean up camp the rest of the way, and then let's hit the hay. Just got everything under here, just try to keep it dry tonight.
Oh, good morning guys. This morning my feet are in a bit rough shape, but they are feeling better than they were last night. So I'm thinking we're gonna walk as long as we can. I put fresh, clean socks on, and I'm gonna try to avoid the sand, which I think was kind of getting between the straps and my toes and really grinding. This morning we've got the chocolate crepes from the neighbors. These are kind of good. And look out. You're out camping kind of way. Assuming that the water's more calm than it was yesterday, the last ferry out should be about 4 o'clock. We'll check the waves on our way out on a hike. Well, you guys all set? Well, it looks like the swell's really cleared up. There's still some, especially like you'll see a breaking, the waves breaking over by the shore. But as far as out in the middle of the water, looks like we're pretty clear out there. This boathouse is absolutely massive. There's 3 levels to it. Let's go on inside. Can you just imagine the fires that would have taken place in there? Downstairs, unfortunately, is closed off. And this is just the boathouse. And then they were also planning on building this huge housing unit, or a vacation complex, I guess it's called. Let's keep exploring around the island.
Let's go check out the lighthouse.
I think we are here.
So back in the boathouse, there was something that said that this is Wisconsin's oldest lighthouse.
It says it's open. Let's see if we can go inside.
Oh, wow.
Inside, I found a family who's living in the lighthouse for the week and giving free tours. It's not something that was advertised, but I highly recommend it. I won't ruin the tour for you guys, but I will show you my favorite part.
Oh, wow. There's a good view up here.
Yeah.
Thanks for showing me around.
No problem.
Well, shall we go down to the beach? So it sounds like the boathouse and like the flagpole and the little cabin behind me, all of those are much later than actually the lighthouse. The lighthouse predates all of them. And then there's actually also some fishing villages over on the other side of the island. So a lot of cool history here. Not to mention even all the Native Americans that were here. They found artifacts in a lot of sand dunes just buried layers deep. While we're still at camp here, I assume I'm just having a little peanut break. There's some
pictures being taken over there. I think like engagement or baby pictures or something, I don't know. But they just let me sneak in to take some pictures of the cliffs for you guys. The carvings there were done by like some of the people who helped build the boathouse and some stuff like that. All right, here we go, guys. The wagon. I'm a runaway. We'll see if the ferry's there. Many of the structures here have like a Nordic design to them, but then some also have a Japanese design. There was a Japanese garden here until Pearl Harbor happened, and then it was destroyed. I just don't think they wanted that here. Looks like the ferry's coming in. Much more stable today. The adventure continues. Ah, that's the bag I forgot. Yep. So it looks like our windshield has a ton of ash on it. So I'm kind of thinking for the rest of the day, explore the rest of Washington Island, which is the current island that we're on. And then we head on over to the mainland and start heading back up north into the woods. All right, we're gonna stop in at the store here, grab some food. All right, guys, I grabbed some salad for lunch because I was just craving something fresh, and then we've also got noodles for dinner. We are at Schoolhouse Beach on Washington Island. Supposedly it's one of 5 beaches in the world with perfectly smooth stones, and I'm gonna do some of this island-grown lettuce right here on Washington Island. Some Newman's Own ranch dressing. I'm just gonna make a little salad for myself. It's good having something fresh. Let's go catch a ferry back to the mainland. We've got some postcards up for grabs with this episode. I'll have a link down in the description. You can just fill your address into the form, and I'll send you a postcard from another adventure. The first one is literally of the winding road. Then we've got one of the lighthouse. This is the one that we went up to the top of. Next, we've got just Rock Island Boathouse.
Take the next right onto Timberline.
And then finally, the wet and wild, crazy boat ride over to Rock Island. I don't know why they made it look so calm in this picture. There should be a huge wave going over the bow of the boat. There's not, but you can imagine it, right? For this episode, I decided to do 4 postcards, because previously you guys have been entering to get them. There haven't been enough postcards. I decided I'm gonna go for 4 this time instead of just the 1, because I just enjoy having you guys on these adventures so much, and I enjoy putting them together. I would love to continue doing this well past this summer, and so far I have been treating this like a full-time job, putting in hour after hour of filming, editing, and the biggest way that you guys can support this channel is if you like a video, to hit the like button, but it'll also help me grow this channel and make it sustainable, hopefully where we can just keep doing this for years to come. So I always want to make sure that I'm earning your subscription by putting out top-notch content for you guys. I never want to be begging for a subscription or a like. So if you didn't like it, don't like it. But if you did like it, I would really appreciate it if you hit that like button so I can bring you guys on more adventures. I
will say that there has been a sizable amount of people here. Well, the good news is that there's showers available. So, we are going to be smelling good again, which is nice. Because I stink after having not taken a shower and just been a sweaty mess at times. But I don't quite know where we're going to sleep yet. So that park back there, definite go. I didn't see any signs saying no overnight parking. However, there's the overflow lot, the amphitheater one. I think that might also be a good one because that park just kind of seemed like a lot of activity going on. Its main hub, there was like the park store and all that there. I think this one might be quieter. It's just an overflow lot, so like people would just park and leave, hopefully. Except if they're going to the amphitheater, but does anybody even use amphitheaters in 2023? Let me show you guys how many people are here. It's insane. Like, look at all that. Just so many cars, and it's like multiple cars deep. Like 1, 2, 3, 4 layers deep at least across that. And they're just like all the way down. I didn't think anybody used them in 2023, but apparently I'm being proved wrong. Alright, so we've got some rotini, roasted garlic Parmesan sauce, let's go down to Lake Michigan, grab some water. Make sure nothing's swimming. A few little particulates and stuff, but nothing to be concerned about. Good old-fashioned wilderness spice. So I'm pretty sure that this is a campground for city people. I did not know that when I came here. All right, got our water. This is not drinkable or safe yet. We've got to boil it to kill anything that's in here. We're just going to leave it at that rolling boil for a couple minutes, make sure everything's killed off, and then it's totally safe to drink. Ooh, it's got the little marshmallows. A little bit of pepper. In the next episode, we're going to be heading up into Wisconsin's North Woods. It is the final and last part of this multi-part series. I've enjoyed having you guys along so much. I'll see you guys then.